you. Alexandra Rek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula One, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hall 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, videos, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sports Hub for all the updates and analysis.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, we all together singing. Look how far we come.
Good afternoon, good evening. Right. Okay, I'm so pumped, I'm so excited, I'm so elated right now. Because yes, it's always been said that joy cometh in the morning, and of the truth, we saw joy this morning, came in its full glory, I tell you, right there at the Olympic Games Paris 2024. We saw a should I call it a bit of bright light? Yeah, the Tigers put a smile on everyone's faces this morning. Well, we never saw it coming, I tell you, and that is why you always say that this is sport and anything can happen. I tell you, for the first time in over 20 years of making appearance, because the first time was in the year 2004, and then went on a 16-year hiatus to come back in the year 2020, still with no win, and now 4 years after, we are back in Paris, and then the Tigers were able to do one against the world number 3 ranked team, Australia. Yes, talking about tipping off their basketball campaign in style. Coach and our camera and the ladies, definitely. People are pinpointing a couple players, but I know it's a team sport, so we need to give it to the rest of the players as well. But yes, they are singling out the likes of Ezile Kalu and also Promise Amu Kamara, bringing the day 3 of the games into a start earlier this morning. Well, same cannot be said about other sports though, because as it is right now in the world of table tennis, all of our representatives are already out. Ofion Gidem is out, Aruna Kodri is out, Omotayo is also out as well, all in the round of 64. Earlier this morning, we also are only sole representative also getting crashed out this morning. We'll talk about all of these things on the show this evening, the Sports Offshore 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. We'll be talking about Team Nigeria's participation, and then as we're looking forward to see every other athlete going into the sport and participating, our track and field definitely be starting by the end of this week. But then we definitely have a bright light, just like I mentioned to you. And the game that went down yesterday night, really nothing to talk about, because yes, we got the chance and then we could not hold on to that particular one, and that was the only chance we had counter attacking against the Spaniards. The Spaniards not too special here, because of recent it is only recently that they also are adding to stamp their authority in the world of female football as well. Every other time they've only been able to get to the quarterfinals not until 2022 when they were able to win the Women's World Cup, and then we call them what? We call them the world champions. And yes, the Super Falcons, so they were a little bit nervy going into that game, and then we saw the outcome of it. One news ended. Alexis Putellas, our one woman that's always up there when you're talking about female football. We go straight into it right now, and not much talk. Let's get the show on the road already. Ayode Jajibo is my name, and you know that always it's a pleasure for me to be on the show with you. Sports Talk Show 9 Radio 102.1 FM. It's such a reminder that I can keep track of this update and more by phones across all streaming platforms. We are live on our Facebook fan page at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. You can watch us live on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM, on X at Somali Twitter at iImpact 102.1 FM. And you can as well win for yourself up to 25,000 naira in the course of the show this evening. All you have to do to be a part of that is to log on to www.icashplash.com. www.icashplash.com. You select the number of tickets you want to purchase. You can purchase as many tickets as you want, up to 20 tickets or for grabs. And the more tickets you purchase, the more your chance of winning is going to be. With 500 naira, you can win for yourself 25,000 naira. And in case you don't have a smartphone, just dial star 347 star 972 hash to get into the draws. Yes. To the switch of the net, let's get the show on the road. And you know one thing for sure, I'm not doing this alone this evening. I've got my wingman in the studio this afternoon. This is not his debut again, because he made his debut last week and then he's returning on the show this evening. Let's talk sport together on the show. Olasukomi, welcome to Sport Hub.
Yes, it's good to be back again. And there's a lot has happened since we spoke on Saturday.
Yeah, over 24 hours.
And we were expecting more positive news, but at least we got something positive this morning. And
yes.
Yeah, let's get the show started, guys.
Let's get the show started. Let's start from that place. Yes, let's start from talks about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We saw the game, and the last time I was on the show, we were all talking about one woman, because I don't want to say she's a lady here. One woman who felt because she was not in the first game cost us that game, and then she was in the second game against Spain. Though we saw her input into the game as well, but that did not come into play as regarding the goals. I mean, you can tell that on the pitch that day, she's one of the players who scored the highest number of goals in her career.
Yes.
But then against Spain, she shot blank as well. Our only major chance of getting a goal in that game came through Rashidat Ajibade in the first half of the counter. That was the only counter-attacking chance we had, and then we could not do it against the Spaniards.
Yeah, I think with any Spanish team, both the male, the female, you expect them to dominate the game. So I think the Spanish side, they played the ball really well, dominated the game really well. But like in football, we've seen teams dominate game and lose, and we've seen you just need to take your chances. You might not get more than one chance. We've seen teams score one goal and defend all through the match and they end up winning and going away with the 3 points. I think it's just so sad that the Super Falcons could not at least get a draw out of that game and then believe going into the Japan game maybe we could get the 3 points. But now we have to get the 3 points against Japan, but that might not still guarantee us going through. So it's just one of those things that maybe we just need to cut our losses right now and just try again next time. But it's not over until it's over, guys.
It's not over until it's over. We have to wait till Thursday before we decide. I mean, mathematically, yeah. From last night, we've seen peeps bringing out their pen and their papers, trying to calculate chances of making it into the next round. Say, if one team lose, another team whip, another team, and Mexico does this, and Mexico is doing this.
I was saying at that time that we should not be doing this permutation and combination. We like these things, even with men's football. We'll be looking at if this one lose, to qualify.
I had to DM someone and be like, Charlie, how is Mexico in the mix now?
Everybody did the mix because I just feel like that is what happened when you don't take your chances. I think in the Brazil game we had a lot more chances than we had against Spain, and we should have taken at least one of those chances. So now we are putting ourselves in a very tough situation.
Sorry to cut you. In the game against Brazil, you just said that we had more chances than we had against Spain. So what was the difference between the game we played against Brazil and the one we played against Spain? Because for me, I felt we were a little bit more compact against the Spanish side more than we were against Brazil.
Yes, we were more compact against the Spanish side.
Yeah.
But because one thing with Spanish football is they dominate the game. Like against Brazil, the game was more opened. In the first half of that game, not in the second half. Second half, we were dominated throughout the second half. But the first half of the game, we took the game to them.
Michel Alonso flying to the flank.
like there was just a couple of crosses. There was a couple of attempts by Ajibade, maybe not direct attempts or passing to someone, and the person ends up losing those chances. I just feel like we need to do better when it comes to taking chances. We know we might not be on the level of these countries when it comes to the way they play or the style of play. They can move the ball better, they can dominate the game better. But then we need to just look for a style of play that would favor our strength. Like I used to say something about the so-called English pattern of football, which is the crossing and nodding.
Yes.
That is one thing that maybe they've used in the last couple of years, and it has worked for them. So then you just need to create something that knows that okay, we are good on the flanks. Let's look for a very tall striker that can head the ball, put in the crosses, and get the goal. In tournament football, you don't need to be the best team. We've seen teams that are not the best, that don't have the best squad, go ahead to win. So we needed to just create the chances and take at least one of them. Because if we score, assuming we score
first goal,
against Brazil, we could have won that game. Same against Spain. And in some of those games, you don't get a lot of chances. In the game against Brazil, immediately Brazil grew into the game. It was hard for us.
Yes.
Mata scored, was cancelled. Then
Okay, the second Mata goal again against Brazil. It was Mata with the 2 goals against Brazil.
Yes. So imagine we've taken one of our chances. It would have been different.
Well,
we might have won that game by a goal to nil, and that's all.
For me, honestly, I that game against Spain, I just want to see it as though we're a match for them. We went toe to toe with them in the first 45 minutes. But then that's a team that is made up of practically Real Madrid and Barcelona players. Six and 5.
Yeah, they have the qualities. They are like,
but then if you look at the squad Nigeria is parading, I can tell you maybe like 10 different countries is what you have on the pitch that day.
Yeah, so I get what I'm trying to say. So they understand themselves. Like for the Spanish team,
yes.
Like and that's common with their main national team too. Most of them actually play in Spain or play in a particular club. And once you have 5 players or 6 players playing in a particular club, then when they get to the national team, it will be easy for them to implement whatever style of play the manager is bringing to the table. But for Nigeria, like you said, Alozie playing in, I think, Houston Dash or something.
USA.
They have Aziza playing at BFC.
Yeah.
All of them are just scattered all around the place. So then when you bring them in, they need proper coaching to be able to understand the tactics and the style of play.
Let's hope. But presently, we are on the cusp of getting exit from the group stage of the ongoing Olympics games right there in Paris. Away from that, let's talk about the shining light earlier this morning. We saw the Tigers in action in over 16 years, or let's just say 20 years. This is going to be the first time the Tigers are going to be getting a win at the Olympic Games, and then they did it against the world number 3. We've seen these guys over time. They've not the 4-peat as regards in the Afro basket women as well, and now they're on the world stage. Global event, the Tigers.
Yes, this is something I want to talk about now. Something interesting. See, I feel like there is no challenge that is not achievable. You can actually achieve it if you believe and you do your best. And that is why there are questions about. That's why some people post questions about the Falcons we just spoke about. Because the Tigers, they went all out. They believed they could do it, and they achieved it against world number 3.
Number 3, yes.
Like I don't think there is anything anyone can expect more than that. And now they're in a good position going forward.
Yes.
Then so you just need to take your chances. You just need to put in your all in these games and try to work with what you have. And we saw some very good performances by the girls.
Yeah, isn't it Kalu of one? The amazing point guard. So
that's still, I feel like
19.5 rebounds.
That should show every player, everyone representing Nigeria in this Olympics, that you can achieve anything with the proper training and with the proper mentality and mindset. You can go there and achieve. Because see, it's okay if they lost that game. I don't think anyone will come all out and say they shouldn't have lost it, because it's the world number 3. It's Australia. They are one of the best when it comes to women's basketball. But they went all out there. They showed that we are not scared of you. If you like, bring everybody. We don't care. We'll go all out and we'll show. Even if we lose this game, we'll put a point out there to prove that yes, we are good enough to challenge against any other opponents coming our way. And they did that. And luckily for them, they were able to get the win. And that will be a huge confidence booster going into the remaining games. And I'm not shocked. I won't be shocked if they go allowed to even win it. So it's still early, but
You never can tell, though they are in a very dicey group, understandably, because they will still be playing against. Okay, they've just played against Australia right now, and then they will be they might be going straight into the quarterfinals if they are able to win their next game against the host nation France on Thursday. Yes, Australia will now be hoping to beat Canada.
Fans, and I'm sure fans said they'll be scared of us now that these people don't shock people, so they will not stay that risk. Yes, I feel like getting the first win most times, like 90% of the time, will give you a huge confidence. Like going into the remaining games. So I think if they can win against France, Baba will go win.
Then after France will be playing against Canada. Away from basketball talks right now, same thing cannot be said about the other sports, because as it is right now, table tennis, all of the 4 representatives are out already. Bello was the last person to get knocked out earlier this morning after bowing out to her French opponent. Fatima Bello was also eliminated, losing straight set to Gianna Yuan of France in the round of 64. That was the first game that was played today. She lost 4-0. And then over the weekend as well, we saw the likes of Idem on Sunday, who became the 3rd Nigerian to crash out of the table tennis event. She also lost 4-0 as well. Well, I can tell that the guys tried a little bit, forcing the game into tiebreakers, but it was never going to be that, because I remember Aruna Kodri actually tied the game at 3-3, but then the guy later won at 4-3. And then Omotayo lost his own game 4-1. That one ended. So, well, we're looking forward to other sports now. Let's talk about track and field, or maybe the weightlifting. And then for boxing as well, another one. Akeem Olaore was also knocked out on Saturday too. And then the only other boxing champion that we might be looking forward to, that's Cynthia Ogunshemilore, has also been disqualified, because it was said that she failed the drug test that was conducted for her on Thursday, and she's not going to be able to pass it. Though she's come out and said they are trying to fabricate the lies against her. Maybe they don't want her to compete or something. But I mean, we know how this thing works. You know, this is the Olympics, and obviously they will do their thorough check before they'll come out and say a athlete has been disqualified. So yes, female boxer Cynthia Ogunshemilore, she's denying the allegation, but as it is right now, she's not going to participate, because the boxing event was supposed to take place today.
So sad, so sad for her. I think they have these things, they have the checks and balances, they have the things they need to do to test a lot of these players to make sure no one is no one is
falling
winning.
victim,
Yes, because some people would actually go any route to win. So and if she failed the test, that means there might be something there. Just so sad for her, and hopefully she comes back stronger.
It's still the Sports Talk Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. I will not say we're done with the Olympic talks, because yes, we'll come back and tell you more about it. There's a couple of games that went down in the world of tennis. 2 men met for the 6th time in their career history, and we're talking about Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. Guess what? Another one man came out right on top, still to tell you that I'm still looking to maintain the status quo, and possibly he's going to be getting the only trophy that has been eluding him, which is the Olympics. I'm talking about Novak Djokovic, because it's only the Olympics that he's not been able to win, and hopefully he's going to be doing it this time around. Knocked out one man who knows how best to play on clay. Talk about Rafael Nadal in the game in the round 2 of the men's tennis today. We'll tell you more about it, as well as other stories coming through from the world of sports. We got Formula 1 stories for you, as well as basketball stories on the show this evening. Keep it low with us on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. It's the Sports Hub Show. Don't forget, I can get interactive with us on the show this evening. 070010211021 is the number to call. 0700 1021 1021 is the number to call. You can talk to us about the Tigers. How elated are you to finally see a Nigerian team winning at the ongoing Paris 2024 Olympics? Because I tell you, some nations already have 4 gold medals. Some of them are. As at this morning, after the day 2 wrap,
total medals.
After the day 2 wrap, I understand you. Some nations already have 4 gold medals, likes of United States, likes of China, even Kazakhstan already has a medal. The first time in the history of the country at the Olympics, they already have a medal. Their name is already on the medal table.
So I think that's a positive in a way, that you can have this. Just away from Nigeria now, you can have these smaller countries come into the Olympics and actually prove a point. They actually have their athletes come in and show that yes, we might be a very small country. We might not be in this.
Talking about small countries, sorry to break you, I don't think they are small countries, because I mean South Sudan only got independence, was it 2013 or 2012, and now at the Olympics they won their first game in basketball against Puerto Rico earlier today, and that's going to be their first Olympics getting a major win.
So at the end of the day, the point is you can't compare them to the level of a lot of these other countries participating in this tournament. So now they come in there and winning, actually getting a medals, so showing that yes, we too we are prepared. Expect more from us.
We are not here to play.
And at some point, you might see us winning 5, 6, 10 medals. Don't be surprised. We are doing the groundwork. We are building for the future Olympics to come.
Okay, let's go on this quick breaker, and as well when we come back, we'll continue with the show. Still the Sports Offshore 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget, I can win for yourself up to 25,000 naira on the show this evening. I know you have to do is to log on to www.icashflash.com. You play with 500 naira, and you can win up to 25,000 naira. The more tickets you purchase, the more your chance of winning is going to be. www.icashflash.com, and then you can also use the short code *347*972# *347*972# to get into the draws. We'll be back after this time out. Don't cheat on us.
For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
It's about to go down.
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 So you just won yourself 25,000 naira.
Whoa!
Amazing!
Juliana, did you play a certain game to win money during the course of this month?
Yes, I played.
You played, Juliana. How many times did you play?
I played once.
You played once and you won, Juliana. Woo! Do you know how much you're walking away with? 25,000 naira. For your 500 naira that you played, 25,000 naira, honey.
Oh my goodness, yesterday was my birthday.
Yesterday was your birthday. Yesterday was my birthday too. This is so much fun. Congratulations, Juliana. I'm super happy for you. This is the perfect birthday gift.
Yes. Thank you.
Now you've got 25,000 naira in the bag.
Congratulations, myself.
Congratulations to yourself. I like that spirit, Daniel.
iCash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
Hey, cash flash time.
Now money time, oh.
If you not play,
now you lose, oh.
But if you not come win today,
you fit win tomorrow.
Yes, so this na high cash flash where you fit win a wolf money brekete. Just dial *347*972#. Select your urban station, High Impact 102.1 FM. Then go sama you code where you fit use buy ticket for 500 naira pere. And not forget say the more you buy ticket, the more chances you get to hammer better money. To play and more to win, you fit also visit our website for highcashflash.com. Time now money.
Oh yeah, that's *347*972# to enter the high cash flash.
You see this money?
Last, now we go chop am.
High Cash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show. Still the Sports Off Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Serving you the very best of stories, making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. I tell you big stories coming through on the show this evening. All of the in-swingers, the lancer passes, the slams, the dunks, and also drift on the track. Let's go straight into World of Formula One on the show this evening. And yes, it's going to be a couple of shifts in the driver's seat for some cars come next season 2025. We already confirmed that one man, Lewis Hamilton, is going to be driving with Ferrari, but then that is not the end of it. Of course, here's another man, the one who used to be with Ferrari is now going to be signing with another car team. And I tell you, Carlos Sainz is going to be joining Williams next season on what the team calls a multi-year contract. The 29-year-old Spaniard has lost his seat at Ferrari after the team decided to sign Lewis Hamilton, who will be arriving next year. And Sainz has now picked up Williams over the opportunities at Alpine and Sauber, which will become Audi's factory effort in 2026. Sainz, whose hopes of joining another top team from Ferrari were stymied when Red Bull and Mercedes made clear they would be looking elsewhere, he's now added that the ultimate goal of bringing Williams back to where it belongs, at the front of the grid, and his challenge that he's looking to embrace with excitement and positivity. Don't forget that Red Bull resigned Sergio Perez until the end of 2026 2 months ago, and although the Mexican is at the risk of being dropped after a disappointing run of form, the team did not want to put Sainz alongside Max Verstappen. So yes, Sainz has won 3 Grand Prix since joining Ferrari in 2021, but the team have long committed to his teammate Charles Leclerc as their main hope for the future. Sainz lost out when an opportunity to sign Hamilton arose over the last summer. You can say all the very best to Carlos Sainz right now, and then let's see what his exploit is going to be with the Williams come next season. And then that addition likely means that the end of the Formula One career of American Logan Sargent, who has been with Williams since 2023. So another British man is waiting for Carlos Sainz at Williams, by the way, because yes, we've still got British-born Thai Alex Albon, who is also on a multi-year contract with the Williams. Away from that, let me quickly remind you that yesterday something happened with the Mercedes. Because yes, one of their driver was disqualified because he had an underweight car. That's talking about George Russell. But at the end of the day, it was Lewis Hamilton who got on the podium for his 201st podium finish. Amazing career Lewis Hamilton has had for himself. Lewis Hamilton rated the victory in the Belgian Grand Prix after Mercedes teammate George Russell was disqualified 2.5 hours after taking an unlikely win on the track. Russell pulled off an unusual one-stop strategy and held off Hamilton's attack in the closing laps. But then after the race, his car was found to have been 1.5 kilogram underweight, with his team admitting to a genuine error. Well, I've seen a message from Toto Wolff earlier today, and he also said yes, they cannot beat themselves to it, but if they feel that they were the ones who wronged George Russell and then made Russell to lose out, I can tell after being declared winner, and then at the end of the day they call you back and say, no, we are stripping you of this gold medal, it's not for you. You know how that feels, yeah? Not too good. Oscar Piastri has, however, moved up to second, with Leclerc third and Max Verstappen fourth. Russell's car was initially weighed at 798 kg, but which is exactly on the minimum weight limit for a car and also the driver combined. Away from that talk right now, let's talk about tennis a little bit, and then this one has to do with the Olympics, where Novak Djokovic was able to have won against Rafael Nadal as Delhi dives to 5th Olympic medal. Novak Djokovic overcame a gritty Rafael Nadal comeback earlier today in probably the last chapter of their epic tennis rivalry at the Paris Olympics. 60 games between these two guys, and then one man came out on top to win it. 60 games. Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal. I tell you, we are not going to see people like this anymore. And then it just looks like the end of the big four right now. Andy Murray, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal. In the next 2 years, Novak Djokovic will not be at the same level he is right now, because obviously you can tell his form is also dwindling day after day.
Yeah, I think they've achieved a lot when it comes to tennis, and like we might see people like them, but I don't think anytime soon, because they've achieved everything, and I think they would retire soon and just leave it to the younger ones. But it's so good to see that there are some younger ones also coming up and trying to kick off their career. But Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, they've done a lot when it comes to the world of tennis, and they've achieved a lot, and they will be strongly missed whenever they retire. Well, I tell you, even when they retire, tennis, you can say, is in very good and safe hands, because you have the likes of the world number one right now, Yannick Sinner, the Italian playmaker, who's won a Grand Slam for himself at the age of 20. We also still have the likes of Carlos Alcaraz playing the doubles with Rafael Nadal, and then they were able to have that particular win yesterday as well. You still have the likes of Lorenzo Musetti, Matteo Berrettini. Though some of them, they come in, they go back, the likes of Stefano Tsitsipas. Yeah, I feel like with the likes of Nadal and Djokovic, what made them who they are today, and Murray, like the consistency. Like you said, some of these younger guys, they come, they go, they are not that consistent.
Yes.
And to get to the level these guys have got to, you need to be consistent in every tournament you go to. Yes, you might not win every tournament, but you should show that you are here, get to the finals and win them. So,
Djokovic is looking forward to a 25th Grand Slam.
Yes, and if he gets into the Olympic final and he wins that will be fantastic. And I feel if I'm Djokovic, I will just retire after that.
Well, he can still have one at the US Open. We still have one more Grand Slam this year, the US Open. Hopefully, he gets it there.
I don't care because I feel like when it comes to tennis, if you get to the final, you win. Yes, you get the praise. But if you get to the final and you lose, especially to a very young lad, a very young opponent, people will feel like
what happened to Novak Djokovic at the last Wimbledon.
Yeah, we're just talking about Aaron Kodri losing to a 19-year-old in the Olympics.
Yes,
like things like that would spark like conversations that should not even be there at all, because he's one of the best when it comes to tennis. And for you to stay that way, it should just, if he can win this, just retire and go out with a bang.
Let's go to the football side of life right now. Let's switch the nets. And I tell you, amazing news coming through, especially for Arsenal fans. Officially, it has been confirmed. But yes, let me remind you, and this is such a reminder that you can win for yourself up to 25,000 naira on the show this evening. Immediately we're signing out on the Sports Up show. That's when I'll be having the draws, and someone will be walking away with 25,000. Imagine starting your new week on a good note, having 25,000 naira in your pocket. Just be like the Tigers, make everyone happy. 75, 62. So yes, in case you want to play the game, log on to www.icashflash.com. www.icashflash.com. You select the number of tickets you want to purchase. You can purchase as many tickets as you want, up to 20 tickets at a go, because the more tickets you purchase, the more your chance of winning is going to be. And in case you don't have a smartphone, that's a browsing phone, just take your smartphone and dial the short code *347*972#. You get a virtual account information. You can pay through your mobile banking, or you visit the nearest PS agent around you. Let's get interactive on the show this evening. Citizen 0700-1021-1021 is the number to call. 0700-1021-1021. We're live on our Facebook fan page at impact Radio 102.1 FM. You can watch us live on our YouTube channel at impact 102.1 FM. We're also live on X, Somali Twitter at impact 102.1 FM. Let's go straight into the stories right now. We're starting from TransferBeat. Congratulations, flying here and there right now. And then the first up is going to be Arsenal, because at the end of the day, they got their man, Ricardo Calafiori. It's been 3 weeks now, or maybe a month, since we've been going back and forth on the signature of this defender from Bologna. Yeah,
it's been a couple of weeks, and I think with Calafiori, I'm happy for him. He got a very good move, but I've not seen it of him. I saw him at the Euros, and it looked.
And that was where he caught the eyes.
Yes. It looked really good. Apparently, the Arsenal fans are saying he has been he was in their list already before the Euro. So maybe no, that's true. Maybe their scouts were doing a very good job scouting him already. But I think it's a good addition. It's to add squad depth into the team. But even there are questions of why getting him, because they have Saliba and they have Gabriel and
Gabriel Mengalis.
But some people I like fans when it gets to transfers, because everyone will be looking for different positions for different players. Say can play left back, can play as right back, can play as a striker.
But we are not the manager.
Can play as a striker. So you get that. People tend to just cook out anything because but the quality of the player is a good one, and I think it would be a great addition to the squad. And for squad depth, in case of injuries or anything, it would be someone to come in.
Yeah, let's talk about squad depth. On Sunday morning, there was a friendly between Arsenal and Manchester United.
Yes.
One team won 2-1 in regulation time, another one 4-3 on penalties.
So that's 1-1. That's a draw then.
But then injuries came flying for a couple of Manchester United players. What I know, a lot of United fans don't want this thing to happen to them at this point in time, but it is what it is. And then I remember there was this presser where Erik ten Hag mentioned it, that only the strong will be able to make it into the Manchester United
yes, but I think after last season, no Manchester United fan will want to see a repeat of last season, because there was a lot of injuries. Like a lot of United fans didn't get to see their first 11 play together.
I mean, I think for like 20 games or so, United were rotating the back three.
Like at some points, United didn't have a defender. It was Kambuwala, and at some point Kambuwala got injured.
Even Casemiro played as a defender in the last 4 games.
Anthony had to play as a right back in the game. So at the end of the day, injuries is part of football, and that's why you need squad depth, and that's why a signing like Calafiori is good for us now, because if they have injury to one of Gabriel or Saliba, then you can bring in Calafiori. And also against Manchester United, we saw Yoyen Timber playing as a centre back, and he played well. So it's good to have those players back, the players that would make your team good. They might not be starting.
Pastor Yoyen Timber.
Yeah. They might not be starting, but anytime they come in, they will actually add this, if not the same level of quality, but a good quality into the team. So for United, they need to get in more players. There are links with the likes of Delete
Manuel Ugarte.
Yes, Manuel Ugarte, the player from Bayern, Mazuri or something.
Yeah, Mazuri.
The right back from Bayern. They need to get a couple of players in. So because now the season has not even started. There are already injuries to Ireland and Euro. But even though we don't know the extent of the injury yet, but that's showing you that during the course of the season there will be injuries. So you need a very good team and squad.
Still talking Arsenal right now. Arsenal definitely looks like they are going to be splashing a lot of cash this season, and then that's splashing cash on you as well. Log on to www.icashsplash.com to be a part of the draw. Fulham have now reached an agreement with Arsenal to sign midfielder Emile Smith Rowe. EMS finally leaving Arsenal.
Yeah, Emile Smith Rowe is one player that I feel like injuries didn't do him any good, because in the last 2-3 years, he was one of the players talking about alongside Saka. They basically reignited the Arsenal
attack.
The Arsenal attack, and they were playing really good. His creativity top notch, and I think on the player side, going to Fulham, it will be a good move for him, and hopefully he can stay fit and build up that confidence and go all out to show that yes, he's a quality player.
Still very young, 23.
Yeah, and Arsenal actually catching out. They're selling for I think 30 something.
But is it 32 million pounds?
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Close to 30. So and now they just bought Calafiori for like 50 million, and they will need to recoup that money. And also, I think they are linked with Mikel Moreno from the Spain squad. So they need to get some players out and get money. And I think 32 million is a good price for Emile Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
And hopefully he goes to Fulham and perform really well.
At the end of the day, Arsenal will still be having like 10 million pounds for themselves.
Yes. I feel like it's smart business. I always struggle with teams that don't get to sell players because sometimes they are called
name names.
I want to put a name to it, and that would be Manchester United.
Okay.
Because Emile Smith Rowe leaving now. I'm not sure he played 5 games last season or even up to 10 games last season.
Yeah, he got injured.
Yes, he got injured throughout, but they are still selling him for a very good
plus
amount. 7. Yes, so that shows that the potential is there, the quality is there, and the club buying is ready to take that risk of buying this player because they know the potential he has. Yeah. But Manchester United, they offer these players ridiculous salary, and they make it hard for them to buy those players. Yeah. Because if you are leaving Manchester United, you have a 4-year contract with Manchester United, and someone is, let's say a Fulham or a Crystal Palace is coming for you.
Imagine the number of players that left Manchester United for free.
And now, and if you are going to a smaller club or a mid-table club in the Premier League, you have to take a pay cut. They can't pay you outrageous wages, and that will become a problem. So I feel like that's why the Ineos group coming in should make the transfer.
Well, we can tell that they've done a little bit better than what the likes of Ed Woodward were doing, John Muto were doing with Manchester United at the point.
Just like 3 or 4 months in charge, and that's the way to go, because some of these transfers won't work, and if it doesn't work, you need to sell them.
I'm still talking Manchester United on the show this evening. Let's talk about what they are looking to do right now, because it's been said that they will be looking to make a final decision on whether they will be spending £2 billion on a new 100,000 seat stadium by the end of this year. I know a lot of fans who would not want them to call it a quit on Old Trafford.
Yeah, I think the Glazers they've spoiled Old Trafford to the extent that it's beyond repair. So I think the best thing is for them to just build a new one. Yes, they can actually renovate it. Yes, and I think for fans like
but don't you think Old Trafford is a football heritage? I mean, I've seen a couple of ex-players like the likes of Eric Cantona come out and say the day they put a stop to Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams, they stop being a Manchester United fan.
Yes, I get that. I get the history behind Old Trafford, and I get like the likes of Sir Bobby Charlton, these ex-players, even Roy Keane,
Brian
Robson, Eric Cantona. They've achieved a lot at this club. And if I was in their shoes, I want that to go. Even as a football fan, I wish to go to Old Trafford when the time comes. So knocking it down or building a new stadium is not what I would love. And some people are even like talking about maybe leaving it there as a museum. But
yeah, just like they did with the is it the Gills Arena? They call it the former stadium before the Old Trafford. You know, they have like a training center.
No, but I just feel like Old Trafford is kind of too big and too. And yeah, they can do it. They can leave it as a tourist center or as a museum for people to come. But I think if they can innovate it properly, maybe they should go that route. But with what the task force are saying, I think they want to build a new one. And luckily for them, they have a land close to Old Trafford that they can use for that. And another side to it is, if they are going to rebuild Old Trafford, they will have to look for a temporary stadium they will be using, and they will have to pay for that stadium while they use it. So just like Tottenham Hotspur did with the Wembley Stadium back then. So I think trying to save up some cash is not that bad with the debts they have already. And now we know the state Manchester United are in. So it might just be best. And they also have private investment coming in and different support to get the new stadium. But I think Old Trafford should not just be knocked down. It should be there either for tourism purpose, but it should be there for fans that would come years after now that we want to see the iconic Old Trafford. Okay, we're from Europe right now. We'll still go back there because we still got some more thoughts when it comes to the world of transfers and also some news coming out from Manchester City as well. But then let's come back home now and talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League. But before the Nigerian Premier Football League, there's this news making the rounds right now that the NFF are now in search of a new head coach for the Flying Eagles. That's the under-20 boys. We heard over the weekend the former coach, Coach Adamboso, will be taking the under-17 youth league to a European tour. And now we are looking for another person. Is this thing not still like moving around the circles? Yes, it's the same. I think one thing with the Nigerian Football Federation, I think they don't learn. They don't learn from their mistake. And so now they don't learn. Yes, it's true because we tend to make the same mistakes over and over again, and for someone you should try to avoid making a mistake twice, because we'll keep going around this thing. You get someone new, at the end of the day there will still be one story. I feel like if we are going to stick with like this manager or a coach, stick with the coach and let's go all out and say, but then before that you need to do proper vetting. You need to know this person as well, what it takes to move the particular team forward, because sometimes we keep going around the circle. We like for the Super Eagles, I think we went to bring Pissarro. We had Pissarro was Moyo's friend. It's Moyo that recommended it for us. Moyo is not the one that's coming to do the job. Yes. Like they need to have people in place to do the proper vetting of these people. Look at the style of play. Look at what you want the team to achieve. I mean, someone in so now we still don't know where we are headed as regards the head coach for the Super Eagles. September is just around the corner. A couple qualifiers. And the man, one of our ex-coach also played against us and beat us with a team that we should be beating. That shows that sometimes it might not even be the problem of the coach. I mean, Benin Republic have not defeated Super Eagles since the 90s. So at the end of the day, how did take over that job, and in a short space of time is doing something with those players that I can't do? So we need to look into the matter holistically, checking from the scratch what exactly is causing this thing and how to move forward. Not just go and bring in another coach. There was talks of this popular, I think, German coach that they wanted to bring in. That they were I don't remember his name, but they were trying to bring the former. He coached Zambia or something. The foreign coach. Renard? Yeah, Renard. Renard. Yes, Renard. It's not about beginning Renard. It's about, do you have a plan set for whatever you want to achieve with this team? If this coach comes in, are you giving him the full responsibility to scout the players you want, bring in the players you want? This quota system and all these things that will make you be bringing in some players that don't deserve to be there just to fill in some spaces. All those things need to be looked into. Corrected. It needs to be looked into. Well, hopefully we get a good answer that will be taking care of the under-20 men's national team, because I tell you it's very sad that as it is right now, under 17, under 20, even the under 23 are not going to participate in any of the age grade AFCON competitions. That's how bad we've fallen. Like in the past, everyone will be waiting for Nigeria to go
on the
all out.
17 and 20.
Yeah, to at least get to the final. Like at some point, the 17 was it was final. The final, sure, we go reach there. So, but now we are even struggling to even qualify. That's how bad the system is now, and we need to fix it as soon as possible. No time.
Well, still more talks from the Nigerian Premier Football League because I tell you the transfer window is on as well, and then a couple players are looking to change side. Well, we've got a couple of contract extensions as well because it's been said that Kennedy Boboye, the man who left Aqua United, went to Atlanta FC, and now as Sunshine Stars has now extended his contract. As I extended his contract for another season at the Akure club. They call them the Akure Warriors, by the way. The Oweno Boys. Yeah, they call them the Oweno Boys. So the board of the Ondo State Football Agency has also approved the appointment of another Bobola Akinfolarin as the first assistant coach, while Benga Okunwa was made the second assistant coach. Well, we're wishing Coach Kennedy Boboye all the very best at Sunshine Stars right there. And then it's still a couple of preseason friendlies are going on in the Nigerian Premier Football League as well. Some matches going. You can call it some kind of regional preseason friendlies right now. Some coming holding in the southwest, some of them right there in the eastern part of the country as well, because I could record that there's a Coal City, and then there's another one that has been hosted by a popular aviation industry. Not naming names.
Yeah. and also I feel like as yes, the NPFL last season was better. Like I think the reception the fans are even giving is better to the NPFL. So moving forward, we need to do better. And when it comes to all season, also they need to create like maybe preseason friendlies with like neighboring countries,
other countries.
And if probably,
I saw a post by someone who said a certain club from the South African Zambia Premier League is playing a friendly against a team from Scotland.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So like at some point we should be seeing Kwara United playing against Manchester United as a preseason friendly. I don't think it's